Hey, this is Josh with Swift Home Mortgage, and I wanted to talk to you today about a comparison on loan term. And what I mean by loan term is how long is your mortgage going to be? How many payments is it going to take to pay it off? How many years you're going to be paying on it? Now, the most common loan that we do is a 30-year fixed, and that's probably the same throughout the country. That's really the most common thing, 30-year fixed rate. FHA, conventional, VA, every flavor of loan has their own version of it, but it's a 30-year fixed, 360 payments, fixed rate, nothing changes from that first payment to that 360th payment. Now, if there are other options, you can do a 25-year, 20-year, 15-year. You can change up a few different things. You can do a 10-year. There's all kinds of stuff that you can do, but kind of the most, we're just going to keep this simple and go down in 5-year increments. So 30, 25, 20, and 15. Now, consider these all the same loan. It's all based on a $250,000 purchase. 20% down, so we don't have any mortgage insurance to worry about, just kind of your standard 20% down, normal type conventional loan. This still applies for 5% down or 3% down or FHA or 100% VA. All of those things, those principles all still apply. I'm just keeping everything the same here for comparison's sake. So you'll see that 250, 50,000 down, 30-year fixed, interest rate's going to be 3.875 today, mid-October, that's where we're pricing it. Rates do change often, so if you're seeing this later, we might have a different story. We don't know yet. 25-year fixed, you'll notice it's the same rate, so you're not really getting any discount on rate there. You start to see better rates as you get into your 20-year, into your 15-year products. So on the 20-year, you're down 1/8 of a point to 3.75, and on 15-year fixed, you're all the way down to 3.375. So you're saving interest because you're paying it off faster, and you're getting a reward on that by not paying as high of an interest rate. So where do you see the most difference when you're looking at these different products? Really, it's going to be in your monthly payment. So on a 30-year fixed, your monthly payment's looking at $1,365 compared to a 25-year at $1,466, and then compared to a 20-year at $1,610 and a 15-year at $1,842. So obviously, the biggest difference here is between your 30-year and your 15-year fixed. You're talking about a difference of $477 there. So if you can swing it and you want to be able to afford an extra $477 in this case, by all means, go for that 15-year mortgage. You're going to get it paid off faster. You're going to save a lot of money over the term of your loan and pay less interest, which is always a good thing. So speaking of longer term, when we look at 60 months, the first 60 months of your loan, what you're going to see here is savings compared to your 30-year fixed. And when we talk about savings, we're referencing interest paid, and then we can look at what your balance remaining will be and kind of what your equity position is going to be in 5 years. So over the course of the first 5, on your 25-year option, you're going to save $618 when you're counting up the interest that you're paying total on the 30 versus the 25. When you jump into a 20, you're saving about $2,700. And then on a 15-year, you're saving about $7,700 in that same amount of time. So in 5 years, you pay $7,700 less in interest on your 15-year loan than you would on your 30-year loan. And after that 5 years on the 15, you're already a third finished with your loan. You've only got 10 years left to pay on that. Now, what's really cool is when you look at your balance remaining, which is a direct factor in how much equity that you have in your home when it's time to sell it. So let's say that you're only going to be in this house for 5 years and you decide that you want to sell it when you're done with that. So on a 30-year fixed, you would have $180,000, $185.28 remaining. That's what your payoff would be, assuming that you don't ever prepay, you don't pay extra, you don't pay an extra payment per year or anything like that. You're going to have $180,000 left on it. On your 25-year, you're going to have $173 left. On your 20-year, $163, and 15 years is going to be $144,000. So you'll see that when it's time to sell this house after 5 years, the 15-year option is going to be better by roughly, what is that going to be, about $35,000. So that's the kind of equity that you'll be able to pull out of that house when it's time. Now, granted, that's your dollars. That's your money. You put those payments into that loan, so that should be what you're getting back. But that's really a good way to think about this, is what does your loan term look like compared to the plan of staying in the property? If you want to maximize your equity over the short term, then the shorter the loan term, the better. If you want to maximize your cash flow and keep more money monthly, then maybe your longer term is better. And if you have some better years or better months, you could prepay that down and help you make additional payments and kind of bring that down as you go. So I hope this is something that you can use. A lot of people ask me what's the difference between a 30 and a 15, and typically most people wind up going with a 30-year just because if they have the means to make those higher payments on a 15-year mortgage, then they can just double up and pay on their 30 like they would on a 15. They can just, in this case, add $477 to their payment. Even though they're paying a little bit higher in interest rate, they're going to aggressively pay that balance down and save more money over time. So that's another conversation. We can get into that, and I can show you what it looks like to pay one more month's of payment over the 12 months, over the year of a loan, and show you what that'll do to cut off your interest paid and how fast you can pay off that loan. So we'll do that again next time. But if you have any questions about this is kind of what we do every single day. We like to be clear, give people options, and show you what you can accomplish, and want to make sure that you understand it. So give me a call, 813-606-4255, or get started on our website, swifthomemortgage.com, and I hope to talk to you soon. Take care.